everybody. Hello, everybody. Emily B, and it's Friday night, and it's my live stream once again. And Tyson, just for you. Hi, guys. He makes fun of me because I say, hey, guys, every week. I just need to check, as normal, that we are live on Instagram. And look, there we are. Oh, my goodness. It's working.
Is it working? There we are. Good Lord. Technology, it's a wonderful thing.
I shall keep an eye on that. We need to keep an eye on that to say hello to people, and they might have questions for you, John. But let me,
for you.
Guys, let me do a proper introduction now. I am with a very, very special guest. I am so honoured to have Mr. John Thirkell on my live stream. As he's a very busy man. He's currently in Spain, and let me give you a little bit of history. I know John because he used to be my boss, and I used to work for him at a lovely little music company and studio called Two Camels Music, which is still running, isn't it, John?
It's still running. It is still running, yeah.
John and Owen, who are wonderful bosses, and I loved working for you, and I'm not just saying that. It was a lovely little job, and I was studio assistant.
And Emily, you were the best studio assistant we ever had, and I mean it too.
Oh, wow, that's just made my year. Thank you. See that, guys? Anyone need a studio assistant? I'm here. So John, let me just explain who John is. John is a very he's had a fantastic music career so far. He's a professional trumpet player for the Stars, guys, and I love the fact that you have a Wikipedia page because I didn't realize you did, and it is very interesting because it says I'll read a section of it. It says in the 80s and 90s you were on at least one album in the UK charts continuously for 13 years. I mean, that is quite an achievement, but also even bigger achievement is in 2020, and this may have changed already because we're in 2022 now. In 2020, you reached your 25th #1 hit in the charts, playing on the BT's Dynamite track.
Yes, indeed.
#1 hits. I mean, holy molies, that's incredible.
Amazing, isn't it?
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. One of these days, somebody's going to find me out.
Well, no, because you're an extremely talented trumpet player. And
you say that to all the trumpet players, Emily.
I knew many. No, I don't. Oh, but no, it's fantastic. Thank you for taking out a little bit of time to talk to me today about your career, because it is so interesting.
My pleasure.
And I just, if I can find it, you just emailed me, and I noticed on your email an amazing quote from Hugh Laurie.
Yeah, it's my old friend Hugh. Hugh and I have been friends for 20 years.
Oh, wow. How do you know? How did you meet him in the first place?
Well, Hugh and I were actually in a band 20 years ago. The band was called Poor White Trash and the Little Bighorns. And it was sort of half comedians, half musicians. So Lenny Henry was the singer, Aid Edmondson played the guitar, Hugh was on keyboards, and then a bunch of musicians, Andy Gangadine on drums, and myself, and Ben Elton's wife played the bass, I recall. Yeah, it was just kind of it was a sort of fun band. Len loves singing, and we used to do sort of we did Jeremy Paxman's 50th birthday party, kind of lovely showbizy parties, like a rap party for Sense and Sensibility. We just do that sort of stuff. It's just kind of a covers band, really, but it was good fun. And Hugh was the keyboard player. This was before he had his #1 album, but he was, he's such an absolute sweetheart. I really, really love him. He's a lovely guy.
Oh, wow, that's so cool. And I'm just
very kind of him. Very kind of him to give me that quote there. That quote was for a couple of years ago. I was doing a one-man show, where I go around and play the trumpet and tell stories of setting fire to stuff, the usual kind of stuff. And he wrote that quote for the poster.
Oh, wow. Let me read it so everyone can hear. Hugh Laurie says about John. Johnny Thirkell is maddeningly talented, funny, clever, handsome, the best trumpeter I've ever heard, and the only man I know who can wear a beret without making you want to move to another carriage.
Yeah, I have no idea what any of that means. He's just great. He has the knack of coming up with this kind of weird and wonderful stuff. Yeah, it's really funny.
Oh, that's so cool. So I just wanted to say as well, you're in Spain in your house, and you're in the middle of doing music camps. Can you show the camera and show everyone a little bit of what you showed me?
We're up here. I've come up to the top of the house on the patio at the top just to get out of it. We've got a bunch of campers here. In fact, you probably see them having their dinner in a second. They're all down there.
Look, there they are. Hi, everyone.
Yeah, they're all too busy eating. Anyway, we're here in the Sierra Nevada mountains, just outside of Granada. And yeah, I run music camps here.
I'm so jealous. I want to be there. I'll bring my saxophone. I'm going to pack my case. I'll be on the plane tomorrow.
Yeah, well, good. We'll keep a place for you, Emily. You're always welcome.
Play music. You're very, very lucky. I wanted to. So the first question before I get carried away with everything, you had you've been in millions of bands, massive bands. Can you tell us which bands they are?
Crumbs. I mean, yes, I'm happy to tell you. I'm just wondering whether anybody your viewership will have ever heard of any of them. But I was in a band called Level 42 in the 80s. Jamiroquai. After that, that band we sort of folded in '94, and a week later I joined Jamiroquai. 10 years in Jamiroquai, but also Swing Out Sister. Lisa Stansfield, still playing. I played with Lisa's my friend, and I've been playing with Lisa for 30 years probably.
I came to see you when you played once with Aaron. I loved that. I went to Ronnie Scott's and saw you, and that was such a brilliant night. It was very exciting, and I was so proud of you on the stage.
yeah. So those are the bands that I've been a member of. But I've toured lots of people. Everyone from Brand New Heavies. I've done a couple of world tours with Bon Jovi. You name it, I've been sort of.
Wow. Yeah. I didn't know you did stuff with Bon Jovi. That's massive. I also didn't know you've done stuff with Elton John. And who else did I see on there? I've been watching your show reels.
Yeah, I mean, look, I've been around a long time, Emily, and it just the law of averages says you're going to pick up a lot of guys. Elton John, David Bowie, Tina Turner, Paul McCartney, just the usual crowd,
Oh yeah.
Actually, lately I've been sort of busy lately recording with obviously Pixie a lot, that, and a couple of number ones with her, but Bruno Mars. Actually, I just finished an album with Jason Derulo about 2 or 3 months ago, and then Joe Jonas. I did a couple of tracks for Joe Jonas.
Oh yes.
Actually, his last single, as you do, his last single, which was released, and I heard nothing more about it. So there you go.
Whoa. I don't know if you can tell me this. You might not want to say, but I was going to say, who's your favourite?
My favourite to work with. You know what? I think everybody has their own. I just like playing, and I like people, and touring is great fun. So are you talking from like a band perspective, Emily, from being in a band? I mean, I would say honestly, I funnily enough, it's a band called Swing Out Sister, and Swing Out Sister had a huge record called Breakout. It was our first single, and in fact, it was the day before yesterday was the 35th anniversary of that album going straight to number one in the UK.
Wow.
35 years, unbelievable, isn't it? I had hair and everything. It was amazing. Yeah, but anyway, so I loved doing that, and then about 5 years ago, on the 30th anniversary, it was decided to put the original band back together. So I'm back playing with them now. In fact, it's really lovely. But I think if I had, I like most of the bands I've played with, in fact, probably all of them. But if I had to choose, it would be them. They are the most delightful, lovely, funny, kind people. And it's like when you tour with them, it's just laugh from beginning to end. It's really great fun.
That's so wonderful. Yes, in a second, I want you to talk about some of your stories from being on tour. They are incredible, and I used to love it when I used to work for you and you used to come in the studio and you used to tell me all these stories, which I'm frustrated about because I can't remember them now, but it's okay because you're going to read them for me.
Well, yeah.
I just wanted to say I was going to play that tiny clip, if I can, if it will work, of it's on your Instagram. I saw it. It makes me laugh every time I watch it. The clip of you in level 42 playing, and you've put. I don't think enough trumpeters make their entrance for a solo via trampoline these days.
Yes, yes.
Fly on stage.
Yeah. When you're on tour, I mean, we tour for a long time, and you get a bit bored, and so we thought we'd introduce a trampoline into the set, and that's how.
Why not? Let's just see if I play it. It might not be very good quality because it's coming through if I can move it a little bit closer. See, the sun's right in the way. And let's bigger. Start again. But guys, you can see this on John's Instagram. Johnny Thirkell. What's your Instagram? Just Johnny Thirkell.
It's at Johnny Thirkell.
Yeah, and he's got amazing clips on there if anyone wants to watch them. How do I make this bigger? Here we go. Turn up the volume. So that's my song. Let's turn my song on. Okay. It's very quick. Just see if you can see what happens. It might be a bit difficult to see.
I have to say, she was much more efficient than this when she worked with two camels.
Woo! You couldn't see. There he goes.
Look at that.
Woo! What happens there? You threw it. I didn't know if you saw it at the beginning, everyone. There he goes. Woo!
There he goes. There we are.
I love it. And also, I was just going to play the clip I found on your website of you with the Jamiroquai. Oh, I've lost it now. Hang on. You know what? I love this. By the way, I still are completely in love with JK. So
I'll pass the message along.
Yeah. You promised me all those years ago that I could come meet him. I haven't forgotten.
No, I haven't forgotten. Just waiting for the right time. As soon as
Yeah, exactly. I won't say where he lives, but is he still close by?
Yes. No, I think most people know he lives in Princess Risborough. Yeah, he lives near to me, about a mile from me or something like that.
Yeah.
No, he's out and about. If you're in the shops around there, you'll see him. Buying his groceries.
I shall make my. I shall be driving over there regularly. Let's play a clip of you with Jamiroquai in your. Oh, I think you're wearing the beret there. The beret.
Was that? Oh my lord!
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling us. Here's the back of Mr. Johnny Thirkell.
Look at you with your towel.
Yeah, it was hot.
We've got to wait for the high note. because I want to go.
No, unfortunately, they don't carry any brass anymore. It's sort of stripped down. I did a gig with a show with them on Blackheath, like a festival.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Just before lockdown, but generally speaking, though, he's not carrying. I'm actually here though with Paul Turner, who's the bass player with Jamiroquai. He teaches our bass camps here, as does Rob Harris, the guitarist with Jamiroquai. He teaches the guitar camps.
Oh
So,
wow! Yes,
but
tell us about your camps. What you're doing now? That's a good idea. What actually happens in the camps?
Well, you know, I was looking for something to just keep me occupied. You know what I mean? Touring, it's starting to wear a little bit thin. You know, it's hard work, and I'm looking for an easier life. So we have this house here, and we're up in the mountains in the Sierra Nevada mountains, just outside of Grenada. And you know, it's a big old place. We sleeps 15 people, and I just thought, well, you know, wouldn't it be great if we just set up kind of a residential courses here. So I started with what we call horn camps. So that's myself and Stake Davis, your old friend, on the sax. We do sax and trumpet camps. And then I sort of expanded it. We got Rob, I say, from Jamiroquai to do the guitar camp, and Paul to do the bass camp. We've got drum camps with Ash Stone, who's you know Adele's drummer, and all sorts of he's done all sorts of other kind of stuff. And yeah, so it's great fun, Emily. It is really lovely. We take like really small groups, half a dozen students, and we all live together. We all have breakfast, lunch, dinner together. You can ask Paul, or whoever. If you're a bass player, you get to live with Paul and ask him questions all day long, and he teaches in the morning, and you do a little recording, and it's really lovely. I mean, some fabulous people. We've had some. I mean, I've made so many really good friends. People who come here as students and left as friends. It's really great fun. I absolutely love it, and I suspect this is what I'll be doing till senility gets me, or a box, whichever comes first.
Oh, God. Yeah, totally. Yeah, but why not? Especially when you've got a fantastic like house in the mountains to do it with a pool. I mean, look at the setting. Beautiful.
No, it's lovely. It is lovely.
Music camps. How do they sign up for it or find out more information? Just on your website?
Yes, you can get more information at elitemusiccamps.com. ELITE, elitemusiccamps.com, or on Twitter. On Instagram. It's at Elite Music Camps. And yeah, you'll find all the information there. We do about 15, 16 camps a year. Each one is a week long, and they're great fun. If you want to learn more about your instrument and have a great time, it's just a ticket. You should come. You should bring your saxophone, Emily.
Yeah, I would really love that actually.
There we go. There we go.
I may have to make a plan there. Now I'm really desperate to hear some of your tour stories again, because I've been so excited about this. There was a story about a gun, but then there was another story about the Japanese mafia. Did you say? I mean, there's so many from which you decide.
I mean, honestly, I'm not really sure where to start after all these years. I've been it sounds crazy, but I mean, I can't even believe it myself. But I've been a professional musician for 43 years or something like that. So in that time, particularly back then, things are much more seem to be much calmer these days. But back then, things were. I've been kidnapped by the Japanese mafia. I've been shot at in the Philippines.
That, please.
Say again.
I think you need to start with that one now, because I'm just. How on earth did you get kidnapped by the Japanese mafia? How does that ever happen to someone?
Yeah, I mean, that's something I'd like to know myself. Really. It was with Jamiroquai, actually, funnily enough. We'd flown to Japan. We did Glastonbury. I think this was probably like in the late 90s or something. Remember, I was in Jamiroquai early doors, like the first 8 years or something. So 92, we started recording that Emergency on Planet Earth album. And then I was there till probably 99 or 2000 or something like that. But anyway, we had played at Glastonbury, And then after that, we played in the afternoon at Glastonbury, and we were playing at a ball in Cambridge,
Okay.
Jamiroquai. And of course, the guys, everybody's been drinking all through the Glastonbury. And then we go to the ball, and these Cambridge balls, then when they're insane, just debauched and awful. And everybody drank all through the night there, and we went straight to the airport. We flew to Japan, and it's whatever it is, 13 hours flight and 13 more hours of drinking and mucking about, taking turns to sleep and drink. We arrived in Japan, and I'm galloping. Emily, I can make this story last for hours, right? So I'm giving you the potted version. Anyway, to cut a long story short, we were stopped in customs on the way in. It's a band, kind of, and Jamiroquai then, it wasn't the slick machine it was now. It was then just a bunch of raggy-assed musicians, who'd been drinking for the preceding 28 hours or something. And so we were stopped and searched, and Jay was very upset about this, and it all kicked off, and there was lots of shouting and screaming. And anyway, we thought, they were getting a box of rubber gloves out, and oh my God, here we go. Anyway, all of a sudden, the whole thing was over. It just like disappeared. The problem evaporated, and we were allowed to go through. So I'm not sure what happened, but Jay was still very upset, still shouting, and still he was saying to the manager, "Right, that's it. I'm done with this. We're going home. I've never been so outraged in all my life. We're going home. That's it. We're not doing the tour." So yeah, whatever. Anyway, the next morning I got up and I went for a dreadful hangover, and I didn't know, we've got like a 9-hour time difference or whatever. I got up, went for a walk, and as I stepped outside the hotel, the next thing I find myself in the back of a limo, with two dirty, great big Japanese guys either side of me, a driver, and a guy in the front who explained to me, I'm sorry to do this to you. I mean, incredibly polite, but so polite that it was menacing. And he said to me, "Look, I'm sorry we have to do this to you, but if you just keep calm and don't panic, everything will be fine, I'm sure." Well, I thought, well, that's okay for you to say, mate. You haven't just been bundled into a car by two great big fellas, Japanese guys. Anyway, they took me to the potted version is they took me to an apartment. They kept me there for about 8 hours.
Oh,
yeah,
8
8 hours. I mean, they were incredibly polite, but also menacing at the same time. When you see these kind of gangster movies where they're so polite, but they don't really mean this.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's horrible.
Anyway, yeah, rather the upshot was basically I think these gentlemen had something to do with the tour. Maybe the tour was backed by them, or you know what I mean. And they were upset that Jay was threatening to cancel it. So I was held as collateral until Jay saw, and so he thought better of it. And then as soon as he said, "Okay, well, yeah, we're doing the tour," then they brought me back to the hotel and dropped me off. So, but it was 8 very, very terrifying hours. The guy kept telling me to relax, don't get stressed, and I thought, well, okay. He asked me, is there anything I can get you? And I said, yes, my mummy, please.
Oh my God, that's really quite disturbing. Oh gosh, you poor thing. Well, you never expected that when you became a trumpeter, did you?
I didn't. No, I didn't. But you know what? These things happen. But I guess it's all in the day.
Only to you.
That's true. I do seem to have a propensity for setting fire to things, or I mean, I don't set fire to. I set fire to a hotel once, but it was entirely by accident.
Oh, okay, good.
Well, nobody told me Christmas trees were really flammable. What must I do? Anyway, yeah. So one minute I'm doing there was a TV show when I was a kid called Bonanza. It was kind of a Western show.
Yeah.
And the opening of the show was like a map of the desert, and then flames would come underneath, and the map would burn from underneath and spread out. And so my party trick, after too much to drink would be to play the theme from Bonanza whilst holding a lighter underneath a serviette. All great fun, but don't stand right next to a Christmas tree when you're doing it. Because if you drop the serviette, before you know it, the Christmas tree's gone up in flames and the whole hotel is out in the car park.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Okay.
What can I say? What can I say? You know.
I want to know about your Spice Girls story, because I don't know if you remember, but I'm a massive Spice Girls fan, because I used to know Jerry just as they got to #1. I knew her and her sister and her niece, and I used to hang around at their house when Jerry was there, going through the beginning of their Spice Girls career, which was really exciting. But I know that you knew the girls before they got famous and before they met Simon Fuller. Is that right? And you were working with them to do some songs?
Yes, no, that's true. Owen and I actually auditioned the Spice Girls.
You auditioned them?
Yeah, for sure.
You found them?
Well, not really, no, but we have. So the guy, their then manager, Emily, was a guy called Bob Herbert, who was our accountant, funnily enough. Owen and Two Camels, he was Two Camels' accountant.
Was he? Oh my God.
He was, yeah. And Bob had formed. So his girlfriend came. Sorry, his daughter. Sorry, came and said, "Oh, my boyfriend is in a band. Would you like to come and see them?" So he went to see them. And cut a long story short, he said, "I love this band. I will manage them, and I will, I'll try my hand at management." And this band became Bros. So Luke Goss was his daughter's boyfriend. And so he ended up discovering and managing Bros. Unfortunately, when it came to them signing a record deal, record labels, they like managers that they know, because they kind of work in cahoots. And so poor old Bob just got what we call the Spanish Archer, elbow. And he was kind of pushed out of the picture. And anyway, that gave him, he didn't get any money from that, but that gave him the taste for it. So he decided then he was going to put together a girl band, which would have, we all know the formula: a sporty one, a angry one. I don't know, the sort of combination. And he asked Owen and I, would we help him to find the girls and audition them, and will we write some songs for them? And so that's what we did. We wrote some songs, and there is a documentary called Raw Spice, which, I think you can find it on YouTube. I'm interviewed in it. Owen is interviewed in it. So,
I need to watch that again.
Yeah, it's the story of how they got their deal. Yeah, and of course, exactly the same thing happened once I think it was Virgin. I think we signed them. Once they decided to sign them, they didn't want Bob, but they wanted Simon Fuller, a manager who works with them a lot, and they work together in cahoots. But I mean, good old Bob, he made sure that the contract was properly watertight. So he did get paid. They did have to buy him out, so he made some money anyway. But yeah, that's how that. In fact, funnily enough, Elliot, so is there some kind of anniversary? Like the 25th anniversary, I think, recently of the Spice Girls, and the fan clubs are because we recorded those 4 songs we wrote them. We recorded them, and Owen and I have the masters for those songs.
Yeah.
And the fan club, honestly, I get a message twice a week from a Spice Girls fan saying, please, 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 can we hear these tracks?
Oh, wow. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, are you going to do something with them?
I don't know. We did. I mean, look, we were approached many years ago, when the Spice Girls were still huge. We were approached by some people who said they'd like to buy those masters from us. But I don't know. It's morally, it's not great. I wouldn't mind the money, but morally, it's not great. I'm sure they won't want them out there. I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm feeling less morally obliged these days. But but nevertheless, I really don't want to. We don't need a lot of aggravation. Really.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's
So anyway, they're there like kryptonite. They're in the safe in the studio, glowing like waiting
Oh,
for somebody.
how is the studio? The little studio in the garden. It's such a gorgeous
moved.
studio.
Yeah, it is moved now, Emily. It's now
Really?
in West. Yes, indeed. Yeah, no, they. So as you know, it was at Irwin's house in the garden, and they moved to West Harrow.
Oh, did they? Oh, I didn't realise. Oh,
So, but they've still got the studio. It's a very fancy one, actually. The new one is much fancier than the old building. But
oh, it's a
yeah.
bit more snazzy, is it? Oh, I might have to. Does
Yeah,
he need
pop
an
over.
assistant again?
Yeah, I'm sure. Look, you know what? Honestly, I'm sure he would absolutely love to see you, Emily. He really would.
I have seen him since. I saw him a few times. I saw him at a show. It was Penny's show ages ago, but I have
Oh
seen.
yes, okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's cute. Oh no, it'd be nice to see Owen. I should get Owen on here next. I wonder if he
should get him.
could do it as well.
Yeah.
What was my next question? Oh, we've done about the music camps. That's cool. Would you like to play anything just quickly on? You're going to show people your new trumpet, your carbon fiber trumpet.
Yes, I'd forgotten about that, Emily. I'm going to have to run and get it.
Oh, sorry. If you're not,
it's only right here. It's right here.
I can check to see if anyone's messaging anything at them while you're gone. Hello, everyone. If you're out there, I am just checking on the messages. How's everyone doing this lovely Friday? Let me see. I'm just checking to see if there's any comments. Hello, DJ Bomber. How's the blocking going today? Blocked many people on Facebook? Jack, hello, Jack. Nice to see you. Jack's one of my fans, and he spotted me the other day in a museum. It's my first
museum. Yeah. Oh, well done.
Car museum. It was very exciting. I was like, wow.
Museum. Where is the car museum? In Bewley or something?
No, not Bewley. I'm in Banbury, so Gaydon, the British Car Museum, is close to me. Nope, can't see anymore. Sorry, guys, if you're messaging in and I can't see them, it's so annoying. This thing, it doesn't show you. Hello, Pablo G. Nice to see you if you're still watching. And Tom I used to work with at the pub. Hello. OP Mastering, can't wait to hear the track. Oh, we've just done a synth pop track. And
okay.
It's very exciting. Oh,
so you're doing this at home?
I am.
You're doing these things in your studio. Awesome.
My new studio near Banbury. And I'm very proud of my pink wall. You don't know how to find the pink paint. I wanted bright magenta. They don't make bright magenta. You cannot get it anywhere. So this isn't the pink that I want. I'm very passionate about my colours, you see. You have to have the bright vibe in the studio, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
It does. It does indeed. Yeah, it does.
For doing music. But anyway, enough about that. So you've had your trumpet, the same trumpet for many, many, many years, you were saying, and then you've only just recently changed it.
I have, yes. My entire career I played the same trumpet, same mouthpiece, and never thought of changing. But then this company came along and they sent me this trumpet, and I'll show it to you in a second, and I'm sure you'll agree it looks absolutely amazing. But more importantly, it plays amazing. I never ever thought I would switch. But they sent me this, and here it is.
Oh wow!
How's that for a trumpet?
That looks. Is it really light as well?
It isn't actually, no, because the valve block is all the valves are metal.
Oh,
so it's only the bell which is carbon fiber.
Oh
so,
wow!
It's gold.
Cool.
So it's gold plated, carbon fiber, and it plays. I really like it. I would play it, but it will just destroy the microphone in my laptop. The trumpet's quite loud, and
okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
Oh, that was awesome.
That's a pleasure.
That's brilliant. I was going to say hello to Snake. He probably won't remember me, but I remember recording him. For those of you who don't know, Snake Davis, he's played on many records. He's just
yes, the solo on Not Careless Whisper, Million Love Songs, Take That. I mean, M People, all of those things. He's an absolute superstar, and my best buddy. He and I, we were in the same class at music college together.
Oh,
in about
really?
18.
I know that.
Oh, yeah.
Where did you go? Which music school?
We're at the Leeds College of Music.
Leeds. Oh,
Leeds. Yeah. And so we've been friends ever since. And we played together. We've toured with all kinds of people. M People, Lisa Stansfield, he was the original, and Lisa Stansfield Swing Out Sister, same thing. We've done many things over the years together. He's my best bud, and he's an amazing. I urge you to check out Snake Davis. You'll find him all over the internet. He's just awesome.
And he's a really nice guy. I remember him being really nice, and he was really kind to me when Owen couldn't come in to record one day, and I had to record, and I was absolutely terrified in case I was going to do it wrong. It was really important. Snake Davis was here, and I was like, oh my god, and he was really nice to me. So thank you, Snake.
He's coming here on Sunday, so we start the horn camps this Sunday. So he's going to be here on Sunday. Yeah.
Oh.
So I'll send him your love. Yeah. He will remember. I know he will. I know he will. He's a good. He'll remember you. How could he forget, Emily?
Exactly. I mean, come on, Emily B. There's only one. There's one of me. When are you doing your next? Are you doing any more live sets with the bands at all ever, or have you got something coming up?
Yes, we've got something coming up. So I've got camps until the middle of June. And then I've started to, in fact, I'm literally the day after the camps finish, I start rehearsals with Lisa Stansfield. We are doing a summer tour, a double header. It's Lisa and Simply Red.
Oh,
so
how fun.
Do you remember we did a Simply Red album, Emily? Were you there when we did that? We did like a tribute album in the studio of Simply Red, I think. Sax plays Simply Red or something. Equally as atrocious as that idea, but anyway, so that takes me through the summer up until I think the end of August or whatever, and then I have Snake and I do a little trio. We've got some gigs, little tour for that beginning of September, and then more camps in September.
Oh, where are you doing your thing with Snake? I must come and see you. If it's not too far away.
I think we've got Woolwich. We've got one in Soho in London. We've got Birmingham. There's some up north.
Birmingham's really close to me.
Well, there we are. Come to Birmingham, then. I'll send you details, and we'll organise tickets and stuff, and come and see it. Yeah, it'd be lovely. It'd be really great to see you. I mean, aside from speaking to you, I haven't seen you for a long time. I don't know how many years it was. We'll keep that between us. Yeah.
Yes, with many years. I'm so sorry it's been so long. But
that's life. Listen. I'm a little bit less hirsute, I think, than before, but maybe I don't know.
No, exactly the same. Exactly the same. I like the thing. Want to say, have you got any advice for anyone in the music industry, any musicians, bands starting out? What would you tell them right now?
I would say work out what it is you want from, if you're looking for a career in the music industry, or you're in a band, or you're a solo artist, or anything like that. I would say at the beginning, work out what it is you want to do. What's your dream thing? What's the end goal, right? And then focus on that. We sort of we have a tendency to wander through life, through our careers, with stuff accidentally happening to us, and that's fine sometimes. Look, if you went on holiday to New York, just to choose an example, and you let's say you're looking at a brochure on the way across your flight because you want to go to the Museum of Modern Art, let's say, okay? Now, when you get to New York, would you come out of your hotel and just start walking around New York, waiting, hoping to bump into the Museum of Modern Art? No, you wouldn't, would you? You would get a map and you'd say, okay, here's where the hotel is, there's where the Museum of Modern Art is. How do I get there? What's the quickest way? And that's the quickest way. I think that's what you need to do with your career in music. Work out what's the end game. Don't just meander through stuff. What's the end game? What do you want? And then focus on it. And by focusing on it, you will spot the opportunities when they arise. So opportunities will come, and if you're already focused on what you want, then you will Okay, we have another example. We have miniature schnauzers. Those dogs we have, they're lovely little dogs. But until we got a miniature schnauzer, I'd never heard of them. I'd never heard of them. And then we somehow, I don't know, I can't remember how, I'd never seen a miniature schnauzer as far as I was concerned, right? Then we bought one, and then I was seeing them all over the place. I mean, this happens with cars too. You get a particular car, you haven't really seen many of them. And then when you buy one, you see them all over the place. Well, the miniature schnauzers have always been there. It's just you don't see them because you're not focused on them, right? And the same goes with opportunities. If you know what you're looking for, if you know where you're headed, well, when those opportunities come, you will see them, and then it's up to you to grasp them. They say that luck is where preparation meets opportunity, and that's exactly what it is. So that's my advice. I would work out what it is you want, and then work out how you're going to get there. Work backwards from there.
Yes, excellent advice. Also, I feel like when you're doing something you love and you're in that happy zone of just, like for me, if I'm writing a song, that's when I'm at my most happiest, and I've just focused on that. I've got millions of other stresses going on in life, or worried about things. And I just think, no, I'm just going to concentrate on music today and do what I love. And when I'm feeling that happy and in the zone, loads of other positive things start happening, and it's kind of magical, and I don't know how it happens, but it does happen. So yes, just focus on what you love doing, and don't worry about what anyone else says, or what they're doing, because you can get off, can't you? Other people.
Absolutely.
So much because of stuff on social media all the time, showing you how great you are, these people are all the time, making you feel bad about yourself. You just got to know, just got to shut it out, just do your own thing. That's what I think.
Look, I agree. I think we often, particularly as musicians, we often compare ourselves to other musicians, and it's a really false narrative. Really, the only thing you should compare yourself to is how you were a week ago, or a month ago, or 6 months ago. Am I growing? Am I getting better? Am I improving? That's all that counts.
Yes, really. I totally agree. That's such good, strong advice from Johnny Thirkell, the trumpeter there. Thank you so much. And that was the end of my questions, but I was just going to ask if people want to support and follow you and find out more about you. You've got a website. I think it's just Johnny Thirkell.
JohnnyThirkell.com. JohnnyThirkell.com. Yeah.
Johnny Thirkell.
And Instagram. JOHNNY.
Yeah. Follow him, guys. When he goes on when he starts doing these live things again, and I'll be there too. Yeah. Let me just double check this before you go. Just make sure there's no questions. I'm checking on Instagram. The questions don't. The comments are very annoying, and they don't always show up. So I'll just quickly check and see if I can see anything. And I'm so sorry if anyone said anything and I've missed it, because it's a nightmare trying to see all the comments. For some reason, they don't show up. That's my Emily B one. Where else have we got on the Facebook? Let me just double check. Where is it? No, nothing on there. That's cool. Oh, okay. Cool. I won't keep you any longer from your evening. Go and enjoy some drinks with all your camp people, and say hello.
With my bass players. I have a tribe of bass players here, and they're working their way through the drinks fridge as we speak.
Brilliant. Yes, I shall have another one as well. Thank you so much, John, for doing this tonight. It was so brilliant to talk to you.
My absolute pleasure.
hear about.
And come to
your-
Birmingham. It'd be lovely to see you. Come to Birmingham. I'll send you the details.
Oh yes, please.
Okay.
I would love that so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a lovely rest of the time in Spain.
Thank you. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you soon.
Okay. Yeah. Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.